Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, I'm sad to report that tragedy has visited our family again in the form of a school terrorist taking the lives of 4 people. One of those 4 people is this young man, Mason Scherenhorn, and I hope that's the correct pronunciation. This was in Barrown County in the city of Winder. I used to work in that area, not at that school. And so I'm familiar with some of the people of that community. And so I mourn with them in the loss of these lives. Now, to show you how insidious the American media is and how determined they are to protect their own from scandal and from the things that they actually do, this young man's picture is being put up when they're talking about the person who committed this crime. This young man is 14 years old. He's autistic. He's a special needs young man. When that tragedy happened yesterday, the family couldn't locate him. They couldn't find out any information about him. So they put his picture on Facebook and asked people if they knew anything about him to let them know. And with that, the news media ran with it. Now they're showing pictures of everybody that they can, including students that were witnesses to the event. But they won't show a picture of the person who committed the crime. So that lets us know who did it right there. But it is shameful the way they keep putting this young man's picture up when they're talking about who did it. They know what they're doing. This is not a mistake. The family put his picture out and they told a little bit about him because they were desperate to find out something about their family member, their son, their brother. His sister, in fact, says she's the one that put the picture out there, just trying to get some information, because you can imagine how terrified they were and how desperate they were to find out where their child, brother, kinfolk were. But the news media is trying to make him look like the perpetrator when he is in fact a victim of that heinous crime. So it's just to let us know that we have to be diligent. We have to pay attention because people are trying to hide behind us as they have always done. As they have always done. They do stuff and hide behind us and put us out there as the front person. We did it, not them. This is just so unbelievable. It's so unbelievable and shameful that they would do this. But this is what they're doing. And we need to be aware. We always need to be alert because the devil never sleeps. He does not sleep. And we can't afford to sleep either. Somebody needs to be awake and somebody needs to be watching. And if you have children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren going to these public schools, or any school for that matter in these days and times, those doors in those classrooms are supposed to be locked. They are supposed to be locked. This is not the time where you can have the door open and everybody going in and out of the classroom. Those doors are supposed to be locked. What has been reported is that boy went out of the classroom, I guess to go say he was going to the bathroom. He went and got the weapon, came back to the door that was locked. The girl went to the door and saw he had a weapon and would not open it. And she did exactly the right thing. So then he had to find a door that was not locked. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know exactly what happened because it's always, when children are supposed to be supervised, you have a plan in place at all times. And they do drills, and those children thought they were in a drill, some of them, yesterday. Which means that most of them were doing it right. But those doors are supposed to be locked. So you tell your children, and anybody you know, those when they're in a classroom, those doors are supposed to be locked. There's a plan in place for if there is an active shooter in that school and for them to follow directions. America has got to get serious about this gun culture and about these young people who are having problems and their families' unwillingness or inability to resolve conflict within those families, within those children, before those children go off and do something like this. It's just tragic. I am so sorry for the people that lost their lives. So we grieve with these families and keep them lifted up in prayer. May their souls rest in peace and rise in glory. And for those left behind, may they find peace and comfort in the love of God and the love that they had for their family members, their loved ones, and for the life that they lived on earth. So we can keep them lifted up in prayer. But at some point, we have to hold these officials accountable for this kind of behavior. You know, they can go all over the world trying to solve other people's problems, but they can't solve the problems right here in their own backyard with their own children. So this is Mason Scherenhorn, a handsome young man, and he did not deserve what happened to him, just like the others didn't. They didn't deserve this. This country can do better, and it should do better. It should do better for families and for young people just like this young man. School is for learning and growing and preparing for a future that you hope you will live to see. And it should not be that a parent's greatest fear when their child leaves home going to school is whether or not that child will return. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening and have a good day.